My name is Christina Cook.
And I'm Jeremy Hansen. We're crew members on the Artemis II mission flying around the moon. And when we fly around the moon, of course, we're going to be taking some food with us.
That's right. This is how to eat in space. Here we are in what we call our food lab at NASA Johnson Space Center. We come in here quite often to sample space food. The neat thing about the food selection is it is so diverse. Different entrees that you wouldn't imagine can be rehydrated and actually good in space are completely fair game. And it's pretty awesome.
We came in for Artemis to do this. We got about halfway through the first session and we're like, we're not really sure we're gonna have time on board to warm this stuff up. We talked a lot about day one. It's a long day. It's hours before we even leave the launch pad on our way to space. And then when we get to space, we have a lot of important events that day. We just did a sim yesterday where lunch is scheduled. It's
midday meal.
Yeah, midday meal for all four of us. And so those would be great moments, I think, in our mission to have prepped some food and sit down or float as a crew and just have a joint meal.
For sure.
I think that'd be fun.
My name is Xulei Wu. I'm the food system manager for ISS and Artemis. The food lab at Johnson Space Center, that's where we make and package most of the space food, and also where we will be making all the food for the Artemis missions. Food is a big part for our crew members. They provide the nutrition, the calorie, micronutrient for crew members, but also boosting crew morale. It's very important. There is always a lot of steps, very strict steps for us to follow to making sure the food we provide are consistent and meet all the food safety, nutritional requirements, and most important, also need to taste good. The other strategy is always promote the variety, because everybody's food preference can be very different. Therefore, the more variety we can have, the better to meet the needs of the astronaut group.
They bring out these little tiny samples of each food and you're like, oh my gosh, I thought we were having lunch. And then by the end, there's so many space foods. And every time you leave, you're like, I am so full.
I'm so full, I'm in pain.
And you just rate them like, I love this, I don't want to eat it, I'd eat it if you tell me I need it. Because what the food lab does, they take all your preferences, but they're also like good parents and are like, you need a well-balanced diet.
Exactly. They were like, no, you can't have mac and cheese every day, Christina. Sorry.
I'm Wyeth McKinley. I'm a flight controller and a crew instructor for Artemis II. We're here at the Space Vehicle Mock-Up Facility at Johnson Space Center. We're inside the Orion mock-up where we perform crew training for the Artemis II mission. On the Orion vehicle, crew is able to heat up their food using our briefcase-style food warmer. The food is held in contact with the central heater plate by these springs so that it can warm up and they can have a delicious meal. Much of the food and drink that's on Orion is rehydratable. And so crew at our potable water dispenser will fill up their food and drink, and then at that point, you go ahead and pop it into your food warmer.
I'm kind of envisioning there's maybe one person putting the stuff in and out, kind of tossing it out to everyone as it's done. Or maybe if we're not scheduled together, you're just on your own over there, popping some things in. Or maybe just in your 2 minutes of free time between things, you're kind of getting it ready so it has time to warm up. We'll see.
Eating together really resonates with me. I think it's just a human thing to break bread together and to enjoy that necessary thing you have to do, the thing you should be grateful for. And so doing that as a group, as a family, has always been meaningful for me.
Absolutely. It represents togetherness and something a little out of the ordinary. You don't necessarily get to have those meals with everybody in your life, but if you are sharing a meal, especially if you're sharing breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a group of people, that means something. It's like a camping trip.